God. No. How is everybody? Howdy. I was wondering where it was. There we go.
Great start.
I know.
Someone's hammered.
I'm not. 3 pints of St. Arnold lawnmower. How about that? We're going early today. I didn't really tell anybody we're going early unless you were watching on Twitch earlier, which you very well may have been. But it's opening day. We want to watch baseball here in a little bit. So why not? I've been drinking beer, feeling good.
Get the party going.
It's a fine time right there. That is a fine time. Yep. Life's good. Life is good when you got a good cold St. Arnold. This fell in the St. Arnold lawnmower. It looks like my cousin.
Yep, party shirt and everything.
Yeah, so life is good. Hopefully everybody's joining us. I don't know if the notification went out or not, but we got a podcast to do tonight. We got beer to drink tonight. We got bits to get tonight. We got all sorts to do. Then we're going to go eat some pizza probably. I don't know. Who knows? There's other great things going on, like Luther's doing so much better than he was even last week.
Amazingly.
Let me tell you, and I know that we've been taking Luther to the dog chiropractor, and he really is responding well to it. But I'm also going to give a lot of credit for Luther's sudden resurgence to Dr. Busby, because we were off the Encore Mobility for a little bit.
Yes.
And the last week plus, he's been taking it, and he's doubled the dosage, or actually been taking the dosage he should have been taking the whole time. When I tell you that Luther, like today, I took him to the park after we went to the chiropractor, and he's running all throughout this park. He's jumping in the car for the first time in a month. He's jumping out of the car for the first time in a month. Luther's kicking ass and taking names, man. Luther's doing outstanding. I'm so happy to see my boy doing so well. It's awesome. So you can, your dog, if your dog is maybe a little down in the dumps a little bit, maybe having some hip and joint issues, well, here you go. Dr. Busby's Encore Mobility. It promotes hip and joint flexibility, restores mobility and comfort, and renews vigor and vitality. And I feel like every one of those things we've seen with Luther.
Yes.
Vigor and vitality, back. The renewed energy, back. The vitality is back. His hip and joints, the flexibility, back. Tell you, man, things are going good. Things are going great, actually, with Luther, and we're so happy about it. And if your dog needs them, they've got them for you. Dr. Busby's Encore Mobility. What is in this Encore Mobility? Green-lipped mussel, which you hear about a lot, but New Zealand deer velvet also in this. It's a novel ingredient not found in the big-name joint supplements in the U.S., and you can get it at Dr. Busby's website, ToeGrips.com. You can also get the toe grips, which it's looking more and more maybe like Luther won't need right now as he's getting healthier, and that's great. But if your dog is maybe older, has arthritis, has an injury, whatever it may be, and your dog slips around on wood floors but walks great on carpet or grass, well, then Dr. Busby's toe grips are great for you, and you can get them both and many other things at ToeGrips.com. And if you use the promo code Luther, Luther, the promo code Luther, 10% off site-wide, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's wonderful. That's great. And your dog will start feeling so much better, and life will start going so much better. Everything is better. I'm telling you, things are great. With Toe Grips and ToeGrips.com, 10% off if you mention the code Luther. We appreciate you. You're wonderful, and Dr. Busby is wonderful. Speaking, I might be Dr. Busby today, because on the show on 97.5, me and Nick decided to drink some beers. I brought in 4 pounders of St. Arnold lawnmower.
Very
so
nice.
The two of us together finished those, and by that I mean I had most of them. I had 3 of them. Nothing wrong with that. But
at least you shared one.
I did. I wanted Nick to at least have a little taste. I wanted him to know that it's so good once it hits your lips, you know. But we're just excited. It's opening day. There's nothing to complain about. We've got beer.
Our sink is fixed.
Our sink is fixed. That's right. Thanks to Aqueduct Plumbing, who, by the way, Aqueduct Plumbing is the newest sponsor of the Josh Ennis Show. Gist Nation, we have another new sponsor, Aqueduct Plumbing Company.
They were
thanks to Billy.
Fantastic, by the way. The guy that came over today, what was his name?
Henry. Henry came
Henry
over
was
today.
Great. Like, in and out, 2 seconds. He's like, I got you. Let me go get some stuff. Fix the sink.
Bam.
Boom.
Everything is going great.
Asked
Life
if
is
I
good.
wanted him to wear a mask. Like, very, very nice guy.
Very nice fella. And then another sponsor that's going to be part of the radio show is New Brakes, Nubrakes. New Brakes is going to come over next week and fix the brake rotors. They come to you. It's like they come to your house.
I love that.
So, I mean, things are good, man. Things do not suck right now, especially when you've had a couple of beers. It's baseball time. Life is good. Nothing to complain about. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Luther is healthy. And, I mean, listen, what is there to complain about today? Everything is great. We're going to be gambling. We're going to be drinking beer and gambling tonight, which is truly the best way to spend any day ever.
Hide your credit card.
Hide the credit cards. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. It's going down. Hell, let's kick off the show with some Kung Flu. Why not? Let's do it.
Talking about COVID. To be specific, COVID-19. That name gets further and further away from China as opposed to calling it the Chinese virus. Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Don't you understand, you dumb son of a bitch? Calling it Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Testing is a double-edged sword. They test and they test. People don't know what's going on. We got this, they got this. You do testing, you're gonna find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down. You know what? We got another one over here. The young man's 10 years old.
It's got the sniffles.
That's a case.
That's a case.
That's a case.
That's a case.
Thank you, China. Send us the plague. Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Don't you understand, you dumb son of a bitch? Calling it Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Despite the fact that I have done a phenomenal job. He lied. I saved hundreds of thousands of lives. There was only one person that died. I ran for politics once, but I became president.
You are so lucky I'm president.
There's a limit to what we can achieve. I stand before you today to declare Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. Don't you understand, you dumb son of a bitch? Calling it Kung Flu, the Chinese virus. If I lose an election over that,
This country's in big
you know
trouble.
what? This country's
Big
in
trouble. The Verlandy Man goes tonight as baseball is back. Of course, I brought the Verlandy Man to Houston with my powers, and now the Verlandy Man is here. We talked about it on the show today. The Astros are plus 1,200 if you want to do a futures bet with the Astros to win the World Series. Plus 1,200. So $100 wins $1,200. $1,200 for a $100 bet. Not bad. They have the third best odds to win the World Series. The Dodgers and Yankees, who are perennial chokers and find a way to lose, both of whom have taken they basically, here's what you've gotten out of these two teams. They've taken the fact that they choke in the postseason every year. The Dodgers, that's just what it's like a yearly event for them to choke. The Yankees choke, and then what do you end up getting? You get, hey, blame the Astros because they cheated. They're both plus 375. So $100 wins 375, and then you've got plus 1,200 for the Astros. Not bad. That's good value for the Astros. Good value
I'd
for the
play it.
Astros.
I'd do it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we're in Vegas, because then we could just put it down and then have an excuse to go back and collect.
That's true.
That's my favorite.
And we may go to Vegas. Our big holdup on going to Vegas is I don't want to sit on a plane for 3 hours wearing a mask. And I get the whole thing of the mask. I understand it. I respect the mask, despite the fact that Dr. Fauci was on record basically mocking the mask, months ago. But I'm fine with that. Hey, wear a mask. But I don't want to sit on a plane wearing a mask for 3 hours. I tried to do the radio show for 10 minutes wearing the mask the other day, and it was terrible.
Well, that, and then I'm not sure, like maybe in the casino now you might have to wear a mask too.
Well, that I can live with. I could live sitting there in the casino wearing the mask.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The thing with like the airplane is like just on a plane in general, I feel always kind of off and lightheaded because of the oxygen stuff. I don't think that's abnormal.
Yep.
But doing that with a mask kind of freaks me out.
I don't want to do it. Now, but I do want to go to Vegas. I saw pictures of John Kincaid, our buddy in Atlanta, John Kincaid. He was at the Bellagio, and he took a picture of him. He had someone take a picture of him in the Bellagio pool. He was the only person in it.
That's
now,
awesome.
To be fair, he also was out there at like 8 a.m. But he said throughout the day, there were crowds, but not nearly as many as you usually get in the pool. Then he took a picture in the sports book, and it felt like he was one of a handful of people sitting in the sports book. That's living, man.
Yeah, that sounds pretty great.
That is living.
That sounds pretty great.
That's all. Like, that's what I want to do. And you know, my dream in life is just to move to Vegas and bet on sports. And to be it's a dream that I have this
So
goal.
You want to be Jeopardy James.
I want to be Jeopardy James. What you bet your ass I want to be Jeopardy James. That's who I want to be. If I have to move to Vegas and do it, I will do
I
it.
believe that's what he did. He quit his job, moved to Vegas to sports bet,
Well, you know what? That's what I should be doing.
and then of course went on Jeopardy.
But I don't even have a job to quit, so
Maybe
I
you
would just be
could-
going to Vegas.
You have a volunteering thing to quit.
Okay, here's the thing, though. You want some real talk while I'm drinking beers here? That job's going to start making money soon.
Good.
I don't have a salary there,
that was
and
the
who knows?
plan.
Who knows what's going to happen? I don't believe that's actually going to happen. But part of the deal with 97.5 is, like, I work for no salary, but if there are endorsements sold, I start to make money from them, right? We've got my bookie, which is on there, and it's probably going to be on there throughout all of like football and everything. That's money in my pocket, which is awesome, which I don't feel like I'm bragging considering it's not like I'm making buku dinero with a salary. I'm not making a salary, but there's that one. And then we have also got TGS Insurance, and they've put together packages for the station Twitch that they can sell on the lower end of things. So maybe people can't afford the radio spots, but they can afford Twitch, which is obviously getting great reaction. And we've got a person that's on the hook for one of those too. So as we go, I was talking to Mac today. I sent a text to Mac. I said, "Are you going to do the win it all, get it all?" He said, "I'm not sure yet." I said, "Do it and then get on the show."
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Like, I'll tell you a way that would almost guarantee that we have a full-time job there if we start pumping in sponsors and they start making money off of the show. I actually really enjoy working there because I like AJ a lot, right? I enjoy interning there. Because I really like AJ. I think AJ's a cool dude. I like the vibe of the place. I like that I can kind of do what I want. Here's the thing. They're all nice people to me. Now, I don't see the morning people or the midday guys. That's fine. I'm sure they're nice people. But I know Lance there who does mornings, so I've known Lance for a while, so he's no issue either. I see him every now and then because he's got an office up there that he works out of in the afternoon. But, like, I enjoy that. They're nice. Like, every day they walk in, I get Fred going, "Man, I wish you could be full-time here." AJ's like, "Man, you're kicking ass." That's a vibe I'm not used to. I haven't had that vibe really since working at 610.
Well, it's nice
didn't have
not
it in
to-
Philly, and I certainly didn't have it at 790.
It's nice not to see like vague tweets and subtweets about you from coworkers.
Absolutely.
And not like you're all innocent in it because you've done it too, but it's usually in response to things.
9 times out of 10, it's out of response. Like that time I got Clanton to get himself fired.
That
Let
was-
me say, you want to know what a moron? I baited that asshole into getting himself fired.
Yep.
Think about how stupid you are. They were like, "Hey guys, don't talk about each other, or you're in trouble."
You were
right?
both at 2 strikes.
That's how it worked,
and it
right?
was literally like you both signed the paperwork for 2 strikes, and whoever was out, like next move was out. And then he's stupid and retweeted like what was it? The cold takes thing.
I
Ice cold
forgot
takes.
what yes. And I got like, listen, I didn't get him fired. He got himself fired. But he was so easy to bait into shit. And that's why I enjoyed it so much. Like, I was a little bit smarter than he was, but he was so stupid. Like that time that he went off on me on the air just because I tweeted about how good Sean Jones sounded on the show.
Yep.
And he knew that I was taking a shot at him by not mentioning him, and he couldn't help himself. He got on the air and says, "Josh, what are you doing?" And like, what a moron.
But onward, it is a nice atmosphere at 97.5
Correct.
is what you're saying. And people seem to get along. See, that's what people I think don't understand about you. If you get in a good environment,
I'm the best. I'm
Yeah.
a good teammate. I love the vibe there.
I
I'm not saying
you're-
this to kiss anybody's ass. I don't have to kiss anybody's ass. I'm an intern. I don't have to get.
feel like you're doing a better job of actually like talking to people and like not just being aloof as you put it.
Well, maybe it's because no one's there.
Well,
Like,
that
there's
too.
very few. Like all the salespeople are out for the most part. There's
You
very
don't
few
have
people.
like a gym with you to be like, this is our crew and we're kind of over everybody.
But I mean, but again, me and Jim also went and talked to everybody. That would be bullshit to think otherwise. But yes, but no, I'm enjoying it. I really am, and who knows where it's going to go. I don't think it's going to lead to a full-time job or anything like that. But I enjoy what we've been doing, and I enjoy the opportunity to do it, and I appreciate the people. You have twice as many Twitch viewers as 97.5 now. That's great, but I need more Twitch viewers when we do the show. The hard part is, and here's part of, I think, the problem, is they've moved my show to this new sports thing. So, like, you can go to Twitch, right? And you can look at the number of people who are looking at each category.
Yep.
So, just chatting, where we normally put the show, has 400,000 people viewing at any given time. So it makes it easier. They've moved me to this new sports thing that only has about 10,000
Oh, you
people
can't
watching
be on
total.
both anymore?
No, you can't. You've never been able to be on both. You can only pick one category.
Oh.
So we were on, for a while, we were on sports and fitness, and then I moved it to just chatting because I saw there was more people to draw from. Now we're in sports. Now, I can do this. When I'm hosting the show on 97.5 and it's on my channel, it has to be on sports or I'm not part of that sports tier, which will eventually get me on the front page and hopefully bring in some new listeners and viewers to GIST. So I have to do that. I can, though, if I want to, I can change the category when I go live at night and I can make it just chatting. But I don't want to forget to change it back over and then I'm not on the sports thing and then I don't get hosted on there and then I don't pick up some.
Maybe on Saturdays do just chatting.
Maybe, yeah, I might do that. And hopefully we continue. I know that our time is weird on here, so that kind of changes things. I do think if at some point we end up doing the show during the day on Twitch, I think it'll be bigger. But who knows? I don't know the answer. What I do know is we have found a new Trump jam.
Yeah.
And the new Trump jam is not as good as Kung Flu.
But what is?
But it's pretty good.
But this is a banger.
Like a memory question, it's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said, yeah. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's very good. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said, yeah. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's very good. Extra points, extra points. Get it in order, you get extra points. Other questions, extra points. Good. Extra points. 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, can you do that again? You know, if you repeat them out of order, not as good. Nope, extra point. They say, how did you do that? They say, that's amazing. I said, yeah, because I have like a good memory. Because I'm cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively. That's amazing. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy because I'm cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively. That's amazing. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Go back to that question. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said, yeah. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's amazing.
And I like this one too because they didn't drag it on for like 4 minutes.
Nope, it's a
In and
good
out.
parody. It's 90 seconds.
It's good. I like that one.
Oh,
and you'll find
God.
it's in your head too.
So what's this stuff that's going down with Barstool right now? What is the infighting that's with Barstool?
I watched Portnoy's interview with Trump. My favorite part of which is where Trump is baffled that Goodell would just wear a t-shirt, not a suit.
I saw that. You sent me the first part of it, and I watched the first 8 minutes of it. There should be no negative in the fact that your website is interviewing Donald Trump. If
Right.
anybody on your
Well-
website, you should fire anybody who has an issue with you interviewing Donald Trump that works for you. That's ridiculous.
Well, the other guy, Big Cat, who's kind of a big deal for Barstool, he, I guess, is not pleased about it. To be fair, I did not watch all 9 minutes of Big Cat's response to this.
Mhm.
But from what I gather, he's upset because Barstool is going political now, and it was never supposed to be political. And he thinks Portnoy, like, conveniently just, happened to get this Trump interview 4 months before the election. So I guess he feels like Portnoy is trying to convince the readers to get them to vote for Trump.
Oh, whatever.
And making it a big
And
political thing.
And even if he was, who the hell cares? It's his website. I mean, he built the damn thing. If he wants people to vote for Trump, do it. It's no different than ESPN or anybody else. So, like that's my problem is somehow we've equated Trump with Hitler because everybody does that now. And since Trump is Hitler, if you vote for Trump, you're Hitler or you're racist. And the losers on your website, the people who are there because of you, by the way, I don't know. Like, I really don't know a ton about Barstool, honestly. Like, I know Portnoy. I know how big it is. I know how impactful the website is. I have no idea who Big Cat is. I don't know who that is. I know that the local Philly Barstool used to shit on me a lot, and then I met the guy in person, and then he went back and still shit on me after I met him and drank beers with him. He went back and shit on me. So whatever. I don't know a ton about these guys, but I do know that if there's no Dave Portnoy without what he built, I don't know who Barstool Big Cat is. Is he the guy that hosts? Does he host the podcast? Who's the one that hosts that fucking terrible podcast? Is he one of them?
maybe.
Somebody like it's not a good
I don't know
podcast.
their
It's a
whole-
terrible
yeah.
podcast. And I tried to listen to it because people like when I listen to that, I'm like, holy shit. This has gabillions of downloads. Why? Because you're on Barstool. The same reason that that Colin Cowherd gets a ton of downloads. He's on Fox. The same reason why really, and I love Clay Travis, but he's on Fox and he was on ESPN. That helps, right? Like you have a platform. You have an opportunity to do this because you're on Barstool. I guarantee you not one person would listen to some shitty podcast hosted by anybody on Barstool if these shows were not on Barstool.
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't listen to the whole 9 minutes of Big Cat. If anyone else has, maybe they can give you a better summary than what I did, but I think that's the main point.
I really hate that. I
And he
listened
was
to-
mad because he's like, oh, well, you didn't really ask any hard questions. You didn't really ask any follow-ups.
What the fuck? What do you guys do on Barstool?
No,
Like-
at
like,
the
what-
end, he had his dad on FaceTime with Trump because his dad hates Trump. It's funny.
That's a funny bit.
And Trump's
What's
like, yeah,
wrong with
let's
doing
do
a
it.
bit?
Yeah.
It's a bit. Like, people are just
no, I
jackasses.
thought it was a fine interview. What it is, like if I'm looking at Dave Portnoy, I'm not looking for hard-hitting journalism.
No,
I think
because
it's
he's
funny.
not a journalist. He's doing wacky shit. That's what makes people funny.
I think
That's
it's
what you
funny
do.
that Trump agreed to do it, and they were both talking about like how Goodell wouldn't let Portnoy come over to his basement. Like it's funny.
That's the thing, man.
Like the absurdity that the president is doing an interview with Dave freaking Portnoy.
It's great.
It's funny.
Like if anybody on that website should be like, holy shit, we're legit. Like they're not like legit media, but what is legit
People
media?
kill for an interview with
But
the
that's
president.
huge. Like how I don't understand how anybody should step up to your boss in this case and go, oh, this is stupid. Unless this is a work. This whole thing might be a work.
I might give them too much credit. I don't know.
Because that's what their whole channel is. Like I've tried to listen to Barstool Radio and it's fucking terrible too. Like listen, here, like, okay. I respect the shit out of Barstool. And I respect the shit out of Portnoy for what he built. But I'm not some stoolie, as they call them stoolies.
Yeah.
I'm not some stoolie. I don't listen to all their shit. I don't listen to any of their podcasts. I listen to the Burrow one because the Joe Burrow podcast was happening. And
we
that,
wanted
and,
to hear it. Yeah.
and we were on a road. We were coming back from Baton Rouge, and people were talking about the interview that Burrow did. So we listened because I had never heard it before. I thought it was terrible. I don't think the content's any good. I think it's just hacky shit, and that's fine. Listen, it's a podcast. Do whatever the hell you want. That's all good. But to sit there and shit on Portnoy for interviewing Trump, that's pandering, sniveling weasel shit. Like it shouldn't be like Trump. I hate to break this to people. And I know that there's a lot of liberal types out there. There are a lot of these woke media, a lot of the social justice people that have a hard time understanding this. But Trump is not Hitler.
They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy, but for me, it was easy.
You can say he's a mediocre president if you want. You can dislike him. You can dislike some of his policies and some of his politics. You can dislike him. That's okay. But people start calling Trump Hitler on a regular basis.
Little
Trump is
different.
Hitler. Trump is Hitler. It's bullshit. But what's happened is these left-wing nut bars can't think for themselves at all, so they follow their media people because all these people are afraid to have any opinion that doesn't piss off their masters over on the left side of things. They're gods. They're
Oh, and that's the thing now. Like people are like saying, "Oh, you know, Big Cat, you're better than Barstool. You should go do your own
oh
thing."
yeah, go ahead. Guess what? Okay,
And
yeah, okay.
you've become the
okay.
most talented one there.
Who the fuck is Big Cat is nobody without Barstool. I know what Barstool is. I don't know who Big Cat is. So go do your own thing. Now, in his defense, because he's been on Barstool, that will help him get an audience somewhere else.
Right.
In the same way that if somehow our show were to end up on Barstool, it won't. But if we were to end up with Clay Travis, it won't. But if we were to be on there, that would build our brand, and we would go from the numbers we're getting now to septuple the numbers we're getting now. And if we were to leave that group, we'd still have an audience, right? Like that's part of it, right? But nobody knows who Barstool Big Cat is, if not for Dave Portnoy in the playground that he built, the sandbox that he built. But it's so embarrassing the way people come out and talk about how now even talking to Trump makes you racist. Like no one's turning that down.
Because there's like an agenda to get everyone.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
If CNN had the opportunity to interview Trump, they're not going to turn it down.
My guess is that if Portnoy had the interview of like Joe
Bullshit.
Biden, he'd probably do that too.
As he should. Well, you know what I've decided, though? I would like Biden to take this test. I've
too.
decided this because here's the reason I want Biden to take the test. Because we're making fun of it. The joke is how, and I get the joke. It's a funny joke that Trump in all of this is bragging about passing this seemingly really easy test.
Right.
And that's a funny joke because it seems ridiculous. But what would happen if Biden did do this?
The world would explode.
But what if he did it and he completely flopped it. Like,
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Well, first of all, if he flopped it, it would never see the light of day.
well,
We
but
would never
it
hear
would have to be
about
live. It would have to be live.
Yeah.
It would have to be like a big live game show on
And then
television.
it would turn into, well, Trump didn't do his in front of a live audience.
Biden should take it, but his people would never let him. Well, here's where I disagree with you, M.W. Solgrove. He won't take it, and he shouldn't take it because I don't know that he can pass that. Like, to an average person, you would say, yes, this is really easy to do these things, even if it's 20 minutes down the road, whatever. I don't know that he'd pass it. I don't think he would. He's not there. I agree with Trump on that. He's not there. And this is not about a racial thing. I don't vote. I don't care. This is looking at both things equally, right? Well, if you said, Josh, who do you like more, Trump or the social justice warrior woke people? Well, of course I like Trump more, right? But if you look at this and really break it down, it's easy to laugh at Trump because he's bragging about
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
right? He's bragging about this. And I understand that he's bragging about this, and it seems ridiculous that he's bragging about it.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
I don't think Biden would pass that. And so I agree with him on that, right? Here's something else, and I'm not trying to dig too deep into politics, right? But I am fascinated by the art of the whole thing, about the art of politics. I do notice that Trump has kind of reined it in, kind of dialed it back a notch or two. And now he's out saying, hey, wear your masks. Now he's taking the virus a little bit more serious. If Trump would have done that 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I think he'd be in a much better spot than he is now.
I don't think 2 months ago he cancels the Republican convention.
No, and that's another thing he did. So he's going and he seems a little bit more dialed down in his discussions with media people. He's not as abrasive.
He's just more wacky now. Like, he's not as combative. He's just saying, like, some wacky shit.
But it's not. But the thing is, I don't know that those are on purpose.
No,
you
they're
know?
not.
But if he were to, he continues to scale it back, right? Here's actually what needs to happen. If Trump is going to actually win the thing, here's what Trump needs to have happen. He kind of needs for the angry Antifa, wacko, Black Lives Matter, social justice warriors, super duper alt-left people to burn down another major city, basically. And at some point, most people will just go, okay, this is bullshit at this point. We need to stop this. Like Trump would benefit greatly. Kind of like how Biden's benefited greatly from the virus and how Trump has handled it. Trump would benefit greatly from just a complete, like burning down of another city.
I mean, Chicago and Portland, they're close. They still got protests mostly every night. Portland for sure every night.
And they need something
he's
needs to happen.
sending in the troops, so
That's what needs to happen for him, though. But to get back to the Barstool thing, the issue with the Barstool thing is, like, this has to be a work. I can't believe this. I find this hard to believe that there's infighting in Barstool because the guy who founded and created the site and everything interviewed the president. Interviewed the president. You're not turning that down at all. That's not happening. And to get on there and whine. And by the way, let's say Dave Portnoy does vote for Trump. Who fucking cares who he votes for? Like, what we've created this world where if you vote for Trump, you're a devil person. Guess what? The more people that keep spinning that rhetoric, it's taking people and sending them towards Trump. That's how he won the first time. I don't think he's winning this time because he's fucked it up too much. But that's how he won it the first time, is people just got sick of being called names and told they're terrible if they were going to vote for the guy.
him not having his rallies is going to hurt him too, because that was like the big experience to do, is go to a Trump rally.
Question, it's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said, yeah. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's very good. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said, yeah. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's very good. Extra points, extra points. Get it in order, you get extra points. Other questions, extra points. Good. Extra points. 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, can you do that again? You know, if you repeat them out of order, not as good. Nope, extra point. They say, how did you do that? They say,
Not as good.
That's amazing.
Not as good.
I said, yeah, because I have like a good memory. Because I'm cognitively there.
Cognitively there.
Cognitively there. Cognitively. That's amazing. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy because I'm cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively. That's amazing. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Go back to that question. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man,
I love
camera,
this.
TV. So I said, yeah. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's amazing.
I think my favorite thing ever, though, is watching this Barry Warner-looking interviewer down
Oh,
here
yeah.
just nodding, going, yeah, that is amazing. You're
Who
absolutely
doesn't
right.
let him get a word in?
God, we were watching. Here's what I find funny also about Fox News is everybody that interviews Trump, it's an exclusive. He's done 4 exclusive interviews on Fox News in the last week, right? So initially, I believe the first one was with Chris Wallace. Was why he was like an exclusive with President Trump. And then we see another exclusive
The
with
Trump
this dude.
interview.
This dude here, whoever the hell interviewed him here, that guy gets an exclusive. And then yesterday, Sean Hannity, who is the world's greatest stooge. Like Sean Hannity, if you're looking for a definition of political stooge in the dictionary, it is Hannity. He is god-awful. His radio show has always sucked. His TV show is predictable. You know what he's going to say every time. He's uninteresting. Hannity blows. But you're watching Hannity, and it's exclusive interview with Trump. You asked a good question, actually. And the question was, do you believe that when Trump is being interviewed by Hannity and it's on the phone, so there's no video,
Yeah.
is he in his suit or does he sit around maybe in his underpants and he's like flipping through cable television while he's talking to Hannity sitting in his underpants?
Well, after I heard the Portnoy interview, I feel like he's definitely in his suit.
It says, well, Trump did a sit down with Dave Portnoy today. Well, we know that, Trevor. Where have you been? And you're right. So they don't get exclusives. But I love that about Fox News is that it's always exclusive. Today's exclusive. He's done 3 or 4 interviews on Fox News over the last 4 days. It is not exclusive. There is no exclusivity. It's exclusive that he's doing interviews, I guess, with Fox compared to CNN where he's not doing interviews. I tell you. But when I think of this Barstool shit, who cares? Like, that's my problem is we've turned it into if you vote for this person, not only are you wrong, but you're racist, you're bigoted,
You're
and that's
promoting hate.
That's not healthy. That is not a healthy way to operate in the country. And there's a lot of people. I was talking with James Lee Mudd about this today. He and I were texting while Luther was in the chiropractor. And I don't know what got us on the discussion. Something happened this morning. There was something. Oh, it was about Tampa. Bless their hearts, man. The Tampa Bay Rays Twitter might as well be like Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright had a baby. It was actually more of a Nick Wright and Sean King had a baby. And it became the Tampa Rays who were like, hey, everybody, don't forget about us. I know most of you have. So here we are. We're newly woke, the Tampa Rays. It was like I believe their tweet said something along the line. It's pandering so badly that it's funny. So they tweet out that it's opening day. So it's a great day to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor.
Well,
that's what the fuck?
That's the movement. Every person, every team, every athlete has been doing that. Like, hey, it's Thursday. Great day to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor.
Okay, great.
But that's the thing.
The newsflash, and I understand that, it's not going to change in the fact that media and sports and politics are all intertwined. So I get it. I don't know that, I don't know that a baseball team's Twitter should be so solely focused on one thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people, and her thing, it was a sad story, but there are people that are murdered every day. So if you're going to get into the game of arrest the murderers of this person, well, this just happens to be one of the cases that the media has focused on. There are thousands of people over the course of a year that die. I would guess hundreds of people that die, and it takes a long time to find the killers or convict the killers, or some of them just disappear and you never find them. So I think it's a slippery slope you're diving into, because what happens, like, let's say a situation happens, say the exact same thing happens, but the cops bust into a house and shoot 2 white people, 2 Mexican people, 2 Asian people.
Well, to be fair, that actually has happened here. The cops busted into a house on a no-knock warrant and killed, I believe, 2 white people, and it was a big deal. And that cop has since been, I think, convicted or charged with, like, a bunch of other, I don't remember the exact term, but it did happen, where here in Houston, 2 white people were killed when the cop busted in the house on a no-knock warrant.
And I wasn't in this house, so I don't know how it went, right? And I see people saying, well, the boyfriend shot first. In fairness, my guess is a lot of the people who are saying, well, the boyfriend shot first,
Hey, if someone breaks into my house, I'm probably shooting too.
are the same people that if someone broke into your house, you'd be like, I'm shooting.
No,
So
honestly, I
again,
mean, they're all kind of, obviously every situation is kind of messed up with the police brutality, but the Breonna Taylor one in particular, to me, is the one that's really like, okay,
all right. So
you were in the wrong house
All right,
with
let's-
two completely innocent people. That's an issue.
And I don't blame, honestly, I don't blame them. And again, I'm not trying to go deep in here, right? I'm
Right.
not trying to go deep. But if you break, now I wasn't there, so I don't know how it all played out. But if you break into someone's house or you bust down the door and people are in bed and you bust down, you're like, and you got your guns out on these guys. I mean, to me, and I'm not a gun guy, but if I were someone that's a gun guy, I think my first instinct would be like, you're in my house, fuck you, I'm shooting. Like there's a house down the road from us that has a sign in the yard that says we don't call 911 and it's got a gun on it.
Those
like,
are always fun.
So a lot of the people that are making the case of this like, well, they shot first. To me, that's a lot of bullshit because I think a lot of people would have shot first. If you're asleep, you're in bed, someone barges in, and what's your first instinct going to be? That would be my point on that. I'm not trying to get into a fight with people about it. I'm trying to understand the situation. None of us were there, so we can't explain it. Let's see here. Still waiting for them to find Nicole Brown Simpson's killer. Well, I think we have a pretty good idea, though.
I'm just saying.
We don't, but we have not confirmed that. Okay. Legal or not, you can't blame him one bit for shooting. I think that's the point I'm getting
Yep.
at. That's my main point here. Is if someone's in your house, you're going to shoot if you're someone that has a gun. Now, taking the fact that you're a black dude, and who knows, I don't know, that's actually not fair for me to say because I don't know the whole situation there. Not every black person is in a horrible ghetto situation, but in that situation, you've got a gun.
I don't care where you live. You knock down my door, I'm probably going to shoot you if I have a gun.
Correct. And again, I wasn't there. I don't know all the details on it. I don't want to get into a whole to-do. And I get some of the points there, like the cops say, hey, we're the cops, whatever. Here's the thing. In this particular case, I don't blame the guy for shooting. That's my main point in this. Not trying to have a war here with people, not trying to fight people here, but a lot of the same people who are really putting forth effort to make sure we know that this guy shot first, I think would have shot first in this case. But back to the baseball part of it, it is a slippery slope. Because baseball, at no point, we know this, that this will not happen. Baseball will not have a stretch where some white person or Hispanic person or Asian person dies. And they make it a case where all over social media and baseball, this is the big story. And it's a big, that will not happen. What is happening here is pandering. This is clearly pandering. It's placating. That's what we're getting here. It's obvious what this is. But a lot of it is because, the problem you also run into is a lot of this is people are scared. What are people scared of? They're basically being bullied into feeling one way politically, right? So if you're a baseball team and other baseball teams are saying, hey, we need to find out who shot Breonna Taylor, what choice do you have? The league's probably going to make you do it anyway. But what we're getting here a lot, and it's not just from politicians, it's from social media, which is a horrible place. Social media wants you to basically to bully you into feeling the way they feel about a particular topic. And if you don't succumb to the mob, what happens to you? You get canceled. You become a racist. You become a bigot. And that's where it's dangerous. It's okay to disagree. It's okay. But really, it's not in 2020. It's not okay to disagree. It's not okay to debate. It's either you're racist or you're not. You're right or you're wrong. You're good, you're evil. There's no middle ground. That's the issue you're going to run into. That's the scary part you run into. You know, so, and this, to go back to the conversation Jim and I were having, it did start with those tweets
Right.
about Breonna Taylor from Tampa, which, by the way, my guess is the Rona probably killed most of the Tampa Rays fans, considering that, A, they're in Florida. B, when we went to the game in Florida, I'd argue that for every person, there was also an oxygen tank in the stadium because it was mostly old, just like sad old people that looked like it'd be disgusting to watch them eat peaches. You know, like that type,
No.
like old people that were just kind of gross. So they're probably dead anyway from the Rona. Sad, but they probably are. So they're probably, you know, and nobody cares about the Tampa Rays anyway. But Jim and I were talking about this, and you know, the part of this that really stands out is, and I do believe this is the same thing that happened with Trump the first time he ran, is there were a lot of people that just didn't vocalize they were voting for Trump. The most vocal Trump supporters tend to be the ones that fit the kind of image that the media wants to have of Trump people, right? And they only cover the ones that fit the image they care about, right? So it's rednecks, the South, Confederate flag people, NASCAR people, don't take my guns people.
Yep.
Like those are the people that they focus on because those are the ones who are open and honest about what they feel. There are a lot of people, especially rich people, black people, Asian people, Mexican folks, Hispanic folks. There's a lot of them that are big Trump people. Not all of them, but I'd say there's a good percentage. There's a good number of them, a surprising number of blacks and Hispanics that actually like Trump because they're not people that are all over social media fighting bullshit, fake wars with people and all that.
That was the one dude. He was my favorite who put the MAGA hat on the Selena statue.
Yes. Like there are a lot of people that just don't want to make it public because they don't want to be harassed. They don't want their kids to be put in jeopardy.
Yeah,
they don't want their business canceled. So they just kind of hold back and they say whatever, right? They just say we're going to pump the brakes. But one of the things that me and Jim have always talked about, and we talked about it when we did the show together, and I think it's fair. A lot of people look at social media and they view social media as 100% reality, and it's not. Like, I get it's the loudest, it's the squeakiest wheels. It's generally very young, very kind of woke, very kind of liberal. So you hear social media and you think that that is the exact thing you get from each. Like, you think that's how the country thinks, right? Like, you think that because you read social media and Twitter is nothing but Trump hate, you'd go, oh, the whole world hates him, he's going to lose. There's a lot of people in this country, and there's a lot of people who aren't on Twitter, don't care about Twitter, and they also don't vocalize how they feel on Facebook or Twitter either. They just feel the way they feel. They don't want to say it publicly because they don't want to have their business ruined. They don't want to have their kids' lives put in jeopardy, and these wackos will do that. They want to end your business, and they want to take out your kids. They are really shitty people. There's a ton of them out there. What Trump could have going for him is the silent majority, as people are saying in here. I would agree with that. But at this point, I still think he's going to lose.
But back to opening day.
Correct. I'm just being, again, this is a topical thing because you've got baseball putting BLM on the things and people are holding black flags and shit. So it's a topical thing.
See, I thought that was fine how they did that yesterday, the Yankees and the Nationals, where they had that. They all took a knee together before the anthem. Then the anthem played, and I believe everybody stood during that.
But the Giants, Kapler and everybody took a knee too.
Super woke. We know that. He put out a post explaining that he's super woke.
Well, I don't give a shit if people are, I don't give a shit if you take a knee during the anthem. I think that's something that has become extremely political, and I think people get really worked up over it. I question the number of veterans. Like, I'm amazed by the number of people who aren't veterans who stand up and say, I do this for the veteran. Like, who knows if the veterans even give a shit? Some do, some don't. So I don't really give a shit who takes a knee during the national anthem. I think when you start getting leagues organized in certain movements, that's where you start kind of getting dangerous. Because if you're going to focus on this movement, right? Like, let's say go to the Breonna Taylor thing. Say the exact same thing happens to an Asian couple or a Hispanic couple. Will you do the same thing? Or are you just scared shitless of what this Black Lives Matter mob can do to you?
Well, that's the NBA.
That would be my question. And I want to be clear. I don't believe that thinking Black Lives Matter is a bad thing. And I think most people who are anti-movement Black Lives Matter are we all think that Black Lives Matter. It's clear. We just don't need to be part of some weird, cultish, dangerous movement to prove it. Yet somehow there's a lot of businesses and a lot of sports leagues who are scared shitless of Black Lives Matter, the movement, so they pander and kowtow, and what you get is this type of shit that we see yesterday. I see, the vets give a shit. Some do, some don't. Like, you can't just throw a blanket over it and say, the vets give a shit. You don't know that. I don't know that. Some do, some don't. I would imagine older vets might care more than younger vets, but you can't tell me that all vets give a shit about people taking a knee during the anthem. The guy that gave Kaepernick the advice on how to do it was a guy that was in the Navy, not in the Navy, but he was in the military. So again, it's not like you can just throw a blanket over people and say, everyone cares. Not so smart there, Josh. Like, what am I not so smart about? Enlighten me. I'd like to know. So you mean to tell me, so when you say I'm not so smart, please enlighten me. So you know every military person, and you've seen every military person, and you know how they feel about players kneeling for the anthem. Every one of them. You've taken a head count. You've gone around and you did a survey. Survey says all veterans care about whether or not someone takes a knee for the anthem or not, when there are people who've publicly said they don't give a shit and they understand it. I don't like it. I don't care about it. It doesn't change my life. Then good. Tell me that. Go ahead. If you believe that all veterans care about it, you believe that all veterans give a shit about it. I don't think they do.
I'd say most.
I'd say a good number of them do. But I don't know. Do you know how many veterans there are? I don't know all the veterans out there. I can't tell you that. Here's what you get here. You're getting a group of people who have somehow turned the kneeling during the anthem into this big political thing, which it is. But you've got a bunch of people that have turned baseball players taking a knee during the national anthem now. And it's, what about the veterans? Let me tell you who doesn't give a shit about veterans, probably. My dad. My dad hammers the shit out of this. What about the veterans? What about the veterans? I bet you again, I don't know all of them. My guess is there's a pretty good number of them that don't care. They're again, their lives are not going to be altered. They sat there and fought for the country. They faced bullets. Do you think they really give a shit about some guy taking a knee during the national anthem? Taking one person that served and saying they don't care about kneeling for the anthem is the equivalent of taking one black person's views and saying they count and speak for all blacks. Again, I didn't say it. My point is that I don't believe, as we sit here today, I don't believe that every single vet, just throw a blanket over and say veterans care. I don't buy that every single veteran cares. Anyway, you know what? Let's do this. Hold on.
You don't hear them talking about COVID.
I thought we were going to do some spots, but...
Oh, wait. You know what? Spots. Spots.
I mean, the Bills are about to start playing baseball, so half of our audience is probably about to roll out.
Well, maybe. So you think there is no silent majority with liberals? Media do portray extremes only on both sides, but I think only 10% of the entire voting body. Here's the thing, though. I don't think there might be. And listen, first of all, Demir, I told you, I think Trump's losing anyway. But my point in this is I don't believe that there are as many because there's no fear in being what fear is there in saying you're going to vote for Biden? Are these conservatives going to go out and try to ruin your life, haunt your kids, or shoot up your towns, burn shit down? No. Anyway, sorry. What do we have, Jelly?
We have Mac Knight Safety Solutions.
All right, Mac Knight Safety Solutions. The bad thing is I've had so much beer and I've got so much water in my body. And I've already got to go to Tinkletown again. Let's see here. But our friends at Mac Knight Safety Solutions, they're a safety staffing and consulting company that's located here in the Houston area, in Rosenberg to be exact. But they work nationwide in international projects. When companies have a temporary need for safety oversight on projects, they use the folks at Mac Knight Safety Solutions versus hiring their own people. They work in industrial and commercial construction, oil field and manufacturing facilities. They also conduct facility audits for regulatory compliance and assist their clients with developing and maintaining comprehensive safety programs. This aids them in obtaining work and reduces costs associated with workers' comp insurance and reduces employee risk and possible fines associated with non-compliance. They're awesome people too, like Travis, all the guys over there. They've been very loyal to the Josh Ennis Show. They re-up every week, every year, every month. I'd like them to re-up every year. We'll keep them forever because they're awesome. You can check them out. Their phone number is 832-363-1295, 832-363-1295. And of course, you can check them out at MacKnightSafety.com. Check them out on Facebook as well. What else do we have, Jilly?
We have Concrete Chemistry.
Concrete Chemistry, where concrete can be concrete. I see Matt Grove says, Kaepernick never bothered me one bit, but it's become a farce now. I agree with that, and I think the idea of taking a knee during the anthem is played out and boring, and it's been run into the ground, and I just don't think it has any impact anymore. And like when you get Gabe Kapler and guys doing it, I think it's it's run its course. When everyone's doing it and it's accepted, it's no longer cool and hip. So I agree with
as powerful.
It's not even remotely powerful, and honestly, it's never had any impact. People make believe like the kneeling during the anthem. By the way, that the kneeling during the anthem has had an impact. It really hasn't. Because they've been kneeling for 4 years, and it isn't until now that people start burning shit down that anybody starts paying attention to anything. All right, but anyway, Concrete Chemistry. They're in the business of big, shiny concrete. That's right. They design and install resinous and polished concrete floor systems for commercial, industrial, and institutional applications, and they'll work for you in Houston and Philly. All right, so here's what they do. With these shiny, I mean, we've showed you the pictures. Let me show you a picture of this if you guys are on Twitch right now. Let me show you a nice shot here. See if I can find it. That's not it. That's not it. That's nails. All right, there you go. Here you go. Look at those floors. Look at them.
They're shiny.
They are shiny. Look at those airplane hangers. Look at the floors in these stores. They look nice. Those are good looking floors. And they can also do it in your house. You know, we've talked about it with Eric before. He said that Gamma used him because someone wanted that kind of industrial look in their home. So they teamed up and they've done great stuff. And in response to the Rona, they're offering virtual job site walks and virtual project estimates via Google Duo. 713-497-4701 is the number. 713-497-4701. The website is concretechemistry.com, and the man to get in touch with is Eric Daly. He's the president, and he kicks much ass. We appreciate his support. They're great. They're wonderful. We love them. It is our friends at Concrete Chemistry, and there you go.
Speaking of the Phils,
All right, what about him?
your boy Bryce Harper's at it again.
He wore that stupid jacket today. Bryce Harper is he's a politician. I don't find him interesting. I find him to be a complete phony. I don't think he's interesting as a person.
I mean, it's like Eagles green and the Fanatic on the inside.
Like at some point, you just got to be, dude, like you come across as a clown.
And then seemingly a mask with Bob Ross surfing on a paint palette.
Yeah, he's trying too hard. He's like the king of pandering to Philly people, which I get. Like, I'm not saying treat your fans like shit, but you're trying way too hard. Like, you got paid a shit ton of money to play there. We get you got paid a shit ton of money to play there. I get it. It is what it is, but give me a break. Like, all this, like, Bryce Harper, and by the way, go win something. Here's an idea for Bryce Harper. Win some shit at some point. But he's going to, basically, Harper's going to sit there and pander so much that he's going to become beloved by people because Philly people are very easily duped by people who tell them how great they are all the time.
You know what looks awesome, though?
What's that?
The new Brewers uniforms.
They basically.
Look at that.
Oh, I do like that.
The old school. Blue and yellow.
I do like that more than their Redux. I really have to take a league. Like a super duper league. And we really just go watch some baseball right now and order some
we've
pizza.
almost been on for an hour.
That's true. So it might be time to say goodbye to our friends. He got paid a shit ton of money to be very average. He's not super duper, clearly. He just bowed to the empty seats wearing a Fanatic headband. No, he didn't. There's no way, because he runs out there and bows to right field. There's no way that happened.
I'm sure he did.
There's no way that happened. But if he did, I would believe that. That's the ridiculous part. I can buy that. I could totally buy that he would do that. Just go out and bow. Surprised he doesn't just wear the Fanatic costume while he plays. Or make Gritty his godchild. His baby's godchild. Oh, jeez. What time? The Astros come on at what, 8?
The Astros are on at 8. The White Sox are on at 7. And the Cardinals are on at 7. And the Phillies are on now.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say goodbye. We've got enough there for them. I like to keep them wanting more, so let's see here. All right, we will say goodbye, podcast audience. Podcast. Now I'm going to go take a leak. We're going to finish these beers. Talk to our friends for 2 minutes. I'm gonna hang around for you.
Lord. Feels like a Saturday night. How are you guys doing? I feel like I should come read the comments because I can't read them from here. No, you can stay there. And you guys can see that my shorts don't match my shirt. Boy, what a disaster. How are you guys doing? It's Friday. Give up a parlay trio. If it hits, I'll give bids. I don't know. I've got to see some of the baseball first. I was on a roll there for a minute with football, but I do think the White Sox will win tonight, and that's not just because I like them. I think they will. They're going to be fun for once. Jilly, if you're in trouble, you can signal us. You don't have to live in fear. I'm good, Go-Go Gadget Wang, but thank you. I'm glad you're concerned. What else do we have going on? At least we have NOLA, Pride of Baton Rouge, and Yingling spokesman. Yeah, they do love Yingling now in New Orleans. Just so weird to me. When I lived in Pennsylvania the first time, like, It was a big deal to drink Yingling because it was only there. Orange is poppin'. Go Stros. Go Sox. Thank you. Spank it. Slap it. Hi, Ace Gilmore 09. Hello. TGIF. Yes. How do I respond to just you, Grove? Oh, that's not to me. That's literally the farthest thing from me. PB guy. It's strange with no fans in the seats. I don't find it that strange, but I don't find it that strange to watch baseball without the fans. Like, I saw a screenshot of, like, the Crawford boxes for the Astros. It looks just like people are there with the cardboard cutouts.
Oh, yeah.
Looks just like it. And all these other games we've been watching, there's been, like, a few people scattered behind home plate. It looks like most games on a Wednesday in June.
I would agree with that.
And then they pump in the crowd noise. It sounds just like it.
Whew. Let's see. What did we talk about on the show today?
I don't know.
Okay. What did we open with? I don't remember.
You were drinking beers at the radio station. You got new sponsors. The Trump song. New Trump song.
Oh, yeah.
Barstool.
Oh, yeah.
Opening day. The Rays.
Let's see. Josh has been drinking for a few hours and is feeling good. What the... Let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Let me finish this, and then we will commence our conversation.
Little Sludge posting in his Cubs jersey.
I think Sludge is a fraud.
I think we should just go to Chicago when the Cubs and the White Sox play. I know we can't go to the game, but we should just, like, go drink with Sludge because he likes to drink now, evidently.
Well, but the
He's
second we
partying all
get,
the
you know what?
time.
The second we get there, he won't drink anymore.
But we should just, like, have
He
some
will
sort of...
sober up.
We should have, like, a duel between us, Sox fans and Cubs fans.
And we are Sox fans around these parts because the Cubs are the worst.
Although my dad, like we've discussed, is the biggest Cubs fan, and he's, like, super jacked up because that marquee thing finally got a deal with Comcast literally today.
Yep.
So he can watch the Cubs games.
Well, that's a big deal.
He's probably, like, the most excited person ever right now because I think the Cubs are playing right now, too. I think they started at 6.
Well, then he's got to be... I haven't put our bet in for tonight either, so... Let's see here. Let me find our play here. We'll find our play. Let me see here. Let's go to MyBook. Have you guys used mybookie.ag if you're going to do sports betting online? Use the promo code radio if you're going to do that. If you're going to use the promo code radio, you'll get they'll match your initial deposit 100%, and I think there's a $10 futures bet in there as well. Let's see here. Let's log in first. So we're betting on the White Sox tonight.
Yes.
A lot of people say that's not going to happen, but you know what? We're riding with it.
They're going to be fun this year. They're going to be good.
Why not say they're going to be bad? But I mean, this particular game, who knows?
Screw the Twins.
Do it. Let's see here. I have not because I'm not a degenerate gambler. You don't have to be a degenerate gambler to bet on a website. I mean, that doesn't mean you're not a degenerate gambler. Let's see here. Let me check something. All right. All righty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Now, we must put in our play for the evening. So the White Sox are minus 105 tonight.
This tweet just says, LA sounds drunk on radio. Phillies are back, baby.
Well, L.A. rules.
I thought he was done, no?
What, L.A.? No, he does home games.
That's right.
I guess they're at home. So L.A. does them, and he rules. L.A.'s the coolest.
He does rule. You
He's
can hear
such
Mike
a nice
Shannon
guy,
tonight, too. I know you're excited.
And speaking of drunk people, I get to hear Mike Shannon tonight, and that means life is good. Would you agree, Jilly?
Do we get a Fast Eddie spot, do you think?
Oh, I think so. Even I don't know. How's Illinois with the bar situation?
I think they've just reduced it, too. I don't think many people can go watch.
Well, now I'm excited. We got Mike Shannon, maybe some Fast Eddie's Bon Air. I'm ready.
I'm not
ready
sure
to
what the
go.
Illinois bar sitch is. That's a good question.
Boy. So are we going? Says Nola got him down 1-2-3. Well, that's good fucking news, is what that is. I'm glad to hear it. Way to go, Nola.
Oh, they played a. Oh wait, I just lost it. Where'd it go? Never mind. I lost it.
Let's see here. Let's see. The Astros should win tonight, right? You got the Verlander man going.
Yep.
Well, there's no value. They're minus 300.
I also enjoy that you've asked me 7 times who they're playing.
Yeah, I honest to God, the reason I didn't say it on the air today is I didn't remember. It didn't really matter who they were playing. It's just that they're playing.
Evidently, Reese Hoskins looks like he's straight out of 1973.
Okay.
I'm just reading people's tweets about the Phils, seeing what the people are talking about in Philly.
Let's see here. So we're going White Sox, right?
Yep, let's do it.
We're betting on the Sox, and then we got some later stuff too, right?
Yep.
All right.
This is going to end up being a drunken evening.
Yes, it is. Let's go order some pizza in a little bit. Have a partay.
I think I'm going to put some mozzarella sticks in the air fryer right now.
I think you should. And then tomorrow night it'll be a party. But don't forget, we're going to go get some mozzarella sticks tomorrow over at Walk-Ons. Can you do 2 days of mozz sticks?
Probably.
Let's see. All right, so we're going to go White Sox tonight. We're going to go White Sox, it looks like. And what live action is there right now? Let's see. Okay, I feel you. All right, so we're going on the Sox tonight. Let's go White Sox. That's what we're saying tonight. Oh boy. Are you gonna feel bad for McDougal whenever the Phils end up not doing what McDougal thinks they should do, which is win the World Series every year?
I'll feel bad for McDougal if they lose to the Marlins tonight.
Respect that, I guess. H-Town Rich B's going with the Sox and the Blue Jays tonight. Good on you, bro. Good on you. I do want to go to Chicago and see Sludge.
Like, look at the Crawford boxes with the cutouts. It looks just like people.
That's true. Do they put a big shot of the guy with the sombrero and the mustache, or the cowboy hat and the mustache out there?
They should.
All right, are we going? So we're going $100 to win $95. White Sox over the Twins. Bam, we're in. That's our first bet in a long time. We're officially in the game, bitches. MyBookie.ag, promo code radio. Get on it. Then tomorrow night we'll have a nice little party.
That we will.
Who should we get on tomorrow, Jilly?
It's a good question. Don't you kick my beer over.
Luther's doing so much better, though. I'm glad that Luther's doing better. That's a positive.
I know. He's much more himself. He hasn't been himself in like a month.
And I missed him, and I was sad. I said, where's my man? Dad, I don't feel too hot. But I'll get better. I'll get better at some point. Don't worry, Dad. I'm going to get better. And then he did. It's a miracle.
Luthy Bear.
It's a miracle.
Does Luther have any thoughts on opening day?
What?
Does Luther have any thoughts on opening day?
Is there a team that's a dog? I'm rooting for them.
Luther likes to go to baseball games.
Go whatever team is the dogs.
I have a picture with Reed Ryan. No big deal.
Let's see here.
That's still one of my favorite things. Is that day that we took him to dog day at the Astros game, and we see Reed Ryan with like his vodka and whatever on the side.
Yeah.
And Luther just runs right up to him.
He's like, hey, Reed Ryan, you look powerful. You look like someone has power. Get me involved. Get me involved,
He
please.
just runs right up and like jumps on the wall. It was funny.
I really want to be involved with whatever it is you guys got going on here because you're pretty cool and I like you. I feel like I gravitate towards powerful people. I don't know why. I just do. I really like powerful people. It's my thing. I don't know. I'm a mess. So, Conrad Thompson and producer Nick for guests. Well, I talked with Conrad like 2 months ago, and then nothing ever came of it.
Have you talked to Nick?
I mean, I could. I like to place my 149,500 channel points on Jordanis. We had a big discussion about this on the podcast today. So according to Vegas, the over-under for the most home runs by a player on any team this year, what would you take a guess as to what that number would be?
How many games are there? 60?
Yep.
28.
Nope. The over-under was 19 and a half.
Oh.
Dude, 28 would be like a homer every 2 games. That'd be tough.
Well, I think
But I
it could
see
happen.
some yahoos are like, Jordan's going to hit 30. Jordan couldn't hit shit for like the last month last year.
But he's
So
not
let's-
even like with the team right now.
Well, but I think he's been cleared, though.
He's been
right?
cleared, but he's not like in the lineup, and he's at like their alternative practice facility.
So, my guess.
So he's already starting with a disadvantage.
So the over-under was 19 and a half, but the under, wherever Nick was looking, the under for the most home runs to be hit by a player during the season would have been, it was 19 and a half, and the under was plus 125. So $100 wins $125. I'd take that. Because think about this. If you hit 20 home runs in a 60-game season, you're hitting pretty much 50-plus home runs in a real season. That doesn't happen all that often.
Right.
I would take the under. I'm going to lean towards the under in that one. Hey, Luther. Hey, Dad. What's up? What's going on, Dad? I love you. You're the coolest. Luther roots for the Phillies. He doesn't.
No, he did have a great
Luther
time.
roots for winners.
Luther did have a great time at the Phillies Bark in the Park. Got on MLB Gifts.
He did. That's true. What's that betting site radio code? I have $20 to waste. Well, Demir, it's mybookie.ag, and the promo code is radio when you make your deposit, and you'll get 100% deposit return on that. So what you should do, I mean, you seem like you're an Astros guy, Demir. You should put $20 on that. You should put $20 on that. Well, I don't know what $20. That's 1/5. So whatever 1/5 of 1,200 would be, which would be, you'd win like 200, like almost $300 if you did that. Put $20 on that. The promo code though is radio. See, they're getting bonus. Like that's the thing about like this mybookie.ag. They're getting bonus coverage here on the Josh Ennis podcast. Joe says 22 home runs leads the league, but that would, if you extrapolated that out, again, you're talking about damn near 60 home runs. That doesn't happen that often. And I know your argument. Your argument is, well, people get hot in the first half of the season. Yes, but like the first half of the season's over 100 games usually. This is 60. Ain't nobody hitting 22 home runs. That would be my bet. Luther, what are you doing over there, buddy? Well, he's so handsome. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy, and I love him.
Luther, you gonna go watch baseball? You like baseball?
Does my bookie use PayPal or bank account info? I think they use Bitcoin and like you can use a credit card. What was that? What's Luther doing?
He just likes baseball.
He does. That's a true story.
He had a bone today already.
Well, that's good.
That gets him to perk up.
The ball carries in late summer and September. Well, again, be that as it may, I don't think we're going to get 22 home runs in this season. I'm taking the under. I am under that, dadgummit. Smashing the under, says MW Soul.
So it's only 88 degrees outside right now, but feels like 100. That must be
Yeah,
the most humid shit ever.
It feels dreadful,
Ew.
especially because it rained not too long ago. So that's really dreadful.
Yeah, we're not getting the tropical storm, guys.
No, we got screwed on that.
That's going to Corpus. Although they're saying now it might be a hurricane when it makes landfill. Landfill.
Yeah.
Landfall.
Yeah. When will this make landfill?
Luther's also been to the beaches near Corpus, of course. He went to Port Aransas.
He sure did, didn't he? Luther, you're a good boy, and your dad loves you.
Luther should get on camera and get some bits.
Oh, bits? Luther bits?
Look,
Luther
Luthie.
bits? Did
you have a bone earlier?
A bone. I did have. Hey, where are the bits at? Smack my bits up.
Hold on. We'll talk to you so you can stare at the
Hold
camera.
on, Luther. Let me
Yeah.
get the bits playing music, because that's what we really need to get you your bits. All right, Luther. Everybody, it's Luther bit. Luther, look at that. Hey, Luther. Whenever I build a new studio for this podcast, Luther's going to have his own camera.
Oh, now you guys get some grundle
Hey, I'm
legs.
looking at my grundle. Brr, diddle, diddle, diddle.
Actually, it's his paw. Don't worry. There's nothing obscene here, fellas.
Dude, oh boy, they're gonna kick us. They're gonna kick us off of Twitch because I'm licking my grundle.
He's licking his paw. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
As I said, he had a bone earlier, so there's stuff in his paws.
but when you say bone earlier, it sounds like you're saying boner.
But
He had a boner. He had a boner earlier.
Oh no! Every time you say it.
Oh no! Look, what are you doing down there? Say hi to everybody, loser. Thank you, Pogo Buckin, for the bits. Buchan. I'm getting wasted. Oh, I'm so hammered. This is so great. I'm so hammered right now. I am so lit. I'm lit. Times 10.
You gonna go watch the baseball, Luther?
Baseball. What are you drinking? Currently, I'm drinking St. Arnold Lawnmower, which I might be able to go do right now really quick. Let's go mow our patch of grass.
I think
size
it's
of this
raining.
bedroom. Is it?
I'm drinking nowhere but Texas. Legal draft. Oh God, it's from Arlington.
Oh my God.
R.I.P. to my mentions.
Good morning to everybody except those drinking beer from Arlington. Arlington is for homos. Everybody knows that. Their stadium's a ripoff of Minute Maid. It looks like a grill, but if a grill ripped off Minute Maid and wished it were Houston. You have a TV in the studio. I did, but I think our TV somehow burned out. So I don't have a TV in the studio anymore. Watching the Cubs game and someone wrote MLB backwards on the mound. I think this person is joking, but I don't know. If it is a joke, it's really funny. If it's not a joke, it's funnier. Oh, Phillies did that as well.
No way.
And now I'm curious about, I don't know. I think Trump, I don't know if a lot of our viewers could pass the Trump test. Good news is I might be drunk enough tonight to text people and ask them to come on the show tomorrow.
Also, Natalie from 97.5 tweets,
Oh.
powerful. Well done, Phillies. Black Lives Matter. And I'm pretty sure they probably just did the same thing that every team's doing, right?
What?
I'm pretty sure they just played that same video that every team's playing.
Well done,
And held
Phillies.
the, I'm assuming they held the black scarf or whatever, right?
Well done, Phillies, for doing the same shit everyone did. You are powerful. That just confirms my point that Philly people do not watch anything that's outside of Philadelphia.
Yeah, because I think all the teams are doing that, and I think all the teams may have this backwards MLB on their mound, as they said.
Yes, I bless
Luther,
her
look
heart.
at you.
Bless her heart.
Look at you.
Am I on TV? Guys, am I on TV right now? I'm Luther. I'm on TV.
Luther, you want to give some kisses? You want to give Dad kisses?
Oh.
I think you should come give Lucy some sugars for the bits. You. He wants some sugars from his dad.
Oh boy. Oh.
Guys, we have to have a makeout sesh here.
Oh boy.
It's too bad he doesn't have, Buck or
Powerful.
Vern up here. He likes to show off his toys, but he didn't bring any up here today.
They all held the long ribbon. Yes, the same shit everyone did. Well done, Phillies. Very powerful. That was so powerful.
It's not powerful that every team does it.
No, it's the same shit everywhere. It's just mandated. It goes from being powerful to being mandated. Christ, Philly has the worst media in the fucking world. This idiot. My God.
Dad, am I an idiot? Dad, am I an idiot?
Boy. What?
Am I an idiot?
No. No, Dad. Am I stupid? How I tell you, you want a Trump troll job, he should come out and say Black Lives Matter to kill the movement. He should. Like, let me tell you something. BLM. You're right, he should. Well, I think the NFL's pretty much done it by just saying, hey, everybody, come take a knee.
Yeah, but Trump didn't like that. Goodell said it while wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah, put on a suit to do that shit,
That
you
was my
bitch.
favorite. And then he's like, I would look better in a T-shirt. Everybody said it was fucking great.
Oh, boy.
Lucy, where you going?
You know what I am happy about is that during our 97.5 show, we consistently have like 120, 130 people watching. What doesn't make me happy is that during our podcast, we do not have consistently 120, 130 people watching.
Like you said, the time is weird. I think 2 to 4 is a good time for Twitch.
Yeah.
Now it's
true.
even weirder with sports, too. I don't know what we're going to get. We got to see.
Oh, we just got to deal with it. We do a podcast that people listen to as well, so whatever. I need to go to the chiropractor myself. My neck hurts. Turn around like fucking Frankenstein. I tell you. He's a madman. But he loves his dad. And that's good. Boy, I'd love it to just pour tonight. Just rain. Rain.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Well, at least we got that going for us. You guys all going to come back for the party tomorrow night? You going to drink some beers with us tomorrow night? Get wild? Get lit? Better bring your bits tomorrow, too, or there's going to be some shit started. You don't want none of this. I got knuckle sandwiches for
We
you.
got a 90% chance of rain tomorrow.
Wow.
Then Sunday, the high is only 82.
Yep.
Now, it might still feel like 102, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Anyway, hell, let's get out of here, go drink some beer. Not easy to find the show on Twitch. How's it not easy to find the show on Twitch? It's extremely easy. Just look up the Josh Ennis Show on Twitch. How hard is that? Or follow the show on Twitch and you'll get a notification that we're live. Did everybody that's in here get a notification that we were going live? I'm curious. Luther, what are you doing? Luther's got so much energy now because he's back. I can jump on couches again because I'm a man. I assume most people got a notification that we were live. So all I got to do is follow the show. If you follow the show, you'll get a notification that we're live. It's
So
actually...
you have to sign up for notifications. It doesn't automatically notify you.
Well, then sign up for fucking notifications or I'll come over there and I'll punch your teeth in. I'll put you through that fucking wall.
Like when you follow or subscribe, you'll see the little bell at the top.
Yep.
You have to unmute it, and then you'll get notifications.
I want people to get notified. Do all of you know that? Party hard tomorrow night and bring them bitch. You're right, Justin Fan 713. They better be. You said the ESPN show isn't easy to find? Well, okay, it's ESPN 97.5 there. I don't know that it notifies you I don't know that you get notifications that I'm on 97.5, but yeah, what are you going to do? You're the man, Josh. Suck no beer show tonight. Well, again, we've been on since 5-something. Easy to find your show, not the ESPN show. All you got to do is go to ESPN 97.5. It's all the shows and everything save on there. When I host that show on my channel, it doesn't save on my channel. So all you got to do is just follow ESPN 97.5. One word, or one word and letters, or 4 random letters and numbers.
Oh no!
What happened?
Those are impressive.
What?
Bryce Harper's cleats.
Oh, Christ.
They're furry.
I know. God, what an ass clown. God, Harper is an ass clown. My God. And I bet you all the Philly media people in the radio are like, God, he loves Philly. Yeah, he loves Philly because they paid him the most goddamn money. And now he wears Fanatic fucking cleats like an ass clown. What an ass clown. My God.
Josh, don't forget that Rocket scrimmage is on.
Yeah, we'll go listen to that. We'll sit around the house and just listen to the Rockets scrimmage. That sounds like fun. What a clown. My God.
I sure hope your Raptors can pull it out in the scrimmage.
Listen, I want every team that plays the Rockets to win. I'd be an ass clown for that paycheck. Oh, I agree with you, but he's an ass clown. It's more so the reaction the fans give him. They're like, he loves us. He doesn't give 2 fucks about you. You're a bunch of fucking meatheads. You just happen to live in the city that paid him the most money. Get real. He also struck out on 4 pitches. He's in mid-season form. I believe that. All right, anyway. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. We got shit to do, like drink beer and eat food and stuff.
Watch baseball. Let's go.
Let's see. Why are curse words being starred out now? That's not on here. I believe that's on... I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why the hell they're being starred out. I don't know. I think it's only on the 97.5 stream that they do that.
Well, someone type a curse word and find out.
I just saw shit and it didn't get cursed out. Harper and the Fanatic need to bone already. I agree. Oh, Don Collins just joined the party. Maybe Don Collins can explain to us why our Twitch numbers. I'll drink one more beer if Don's going to sit here and chat with
Well, if
people.
Don's here.
I'd like Don Collins to let me know how it is that I'm on the ESPN 97.5 channel, which nobody was watching until I got on there. Like, really, When I got on there, like they would have, 20 people watching. Now we have 120, 130 people watching all afternoon. Yet somehow on my actual channel, I've got, 70 people. Where are these? How is it that they're watching my show? And a lot of those people weren't just 97.5 listeners. They were Josh Ennis listeners.
It's the time.
Where are they,
you know
Dawn?
that.
Dawn. I'm asking. I'm not talking. I didn't say Jilly. I said Dawn.
Jeez.
And I didn't say Dawn. I said Don. Because Dawn is like Tony Orlando. I mean, Don is in my mom's badass husband, Don the detective. Or Don Collins, jovial Canadian. Don says, what's the question? I'm drinking. Let me tell you it. I'll ask you a question, Don. How is it that when I'm on 97.5, this channel that had nobody watching really, they would have, 15, 20, 25 people watching at a time. I go to Twitch when I'm on there, and it was in like the 50s or 60s. Then we start promoting, and it's like 130 people watching it on Twitch when I'm on ESPN 97.5. Yet on my own channel over here, it's like 60 and 70 people. What's happening, Don?
I think it's an easy answer.
Jilly, I'm asking Don.
I know, but it's a dumb
I
question.
want Don. It's not a dumb question.
There are dumb questions. That's
this is
one.
not a dumb question. This is a legit question that I'm asking Don Collins with a K. You brought them to ESPN. You are the freaking king. Then why can't I bring them to the Josh Ennis show?
Did you ever think that like maybe they get their Josh Ennis fill now from 2 to 4 and they don't want to watch you again?
Nope, because there's no such thing as being full of me.
And also, like I said, the times.
Well,
People right now, people are probably watching baseball or eating dinner or just getting home.
I don't want to have to sit here and fight people, but I will. I got fists of fury.
These Dr. Busby pens, by the way, great pen.
You do love a good pen. The penis mightier.
I think you love a great pen more than anybody.
No, I love a great felt-tipped, fine-tipped Sharpie. I also like good pens.
This is a great. Have you used this one? She's Dr. Busby sent us like a whole box. They're fantastic.
Let me tell you, this Dr. Busby, great pens. Great pens. And Dr. Busby is also, helped save Luther, so that's good.
I still think we should do the South Carolina road trip.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe that's the answer. This is a bad time for the show. Well, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true, but I can't do. I mean, we could do the show earlier in the day before I do my show on 97.5. We could do the show at noon.
Well, we can't do anything else.
People really don't understand that you're on your channel and ESPN. It's a concept that's tough for some, but it's great that they're there, whatever channel. Again, Don, I'm asking, though, how do I bring these people over to the Josh Ennis Show channel when I'm doing my podcast?
Well, I mean, asking people to watch like 3-4 hours on Twitch is a lot.
What else are they going to do? They watched 9 hours that one night that I was on.
But that's one night. That's in a row. Asking them to go from, okay, now stop, then come back. I mean, that's a lot.
I guess. I don't need Don pandering to me over here. He's like, oh, you're a rock star. You know what? Thank you. But
And
I
if
don't
you
need
did
your
the
shit.
show from like 11 to 1, you'd probably have more people watching that and then less people watching 97.5. So you kind of have to pick and choose.
Maybe.
Because I think asking people to watch 3-4 hours of you is a lot.
But I used to be on the radio 4 hours a day.
But they weren't opening an app and watching you.
They might have been opening an app and listening.
Probably not for 4 hours.
I listened to you 3 times on Fridays. Well, that's nice. Hey, Don, how do we get to Tony Bruno level?
He was featured on the sports page.
He was he? I still have not been featured on the sports page. I'm beginning to think that this is not true, Don, that I will be featured. That's great if we could get notifications from Josh's channel when the ESPN show starts, says Mr. Val. I thought they did, but maybe not.
Like I said, if I didn't know you were doing it, I wouldn't know you were live on ESPN.
I see. Yeah, it's kind of weird the way it's set up, but that was the only way I could get on the
Because I didn't follow ESPN 97.5, to be honest with you,
yeah.
until today because I just found it easier when I wanted to watch that I could if I follow them.
Yep.
Otherwise, I have to go to your channel, which says offline,
Mm-hmm.
and then click it, and then it says I'm not online, but ESPN 97.5 is. So then I would watch it that way. But like, yeah, I don't. It would always show me that you were offline.
Yeah, but then it would show me that too, and then I'd click on it. It would say I'm online, but that's the only way I can ever get featured on this sports platform.
See, even when I click on your page, it still said offline. It just said hosting.
Okay, I see. But you could see the video eventually, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to go to your page. It wouldn't show me that you were doing anything. I have to go to your page.
Yeah. So while we got Don here, feel free to ask all the questions that you may have.
Well, whoever bet on the Blue Jays, good call.
What's the score?
1-0, and they got the bases loaded in the top of the fourth.
Oh, well, how about that?
They're
Jays.
roughing up old Chuckles.
Oh, well, Chuckles really isn't all that good. The Buffalo Jays. You're right. Well, Don Collins used to work in Toronto. I believe that Don Collins used to program the Blue Jays flagship station. I believe 590 in Toronto would be their flagship. I think. But I could be wrong. Well, H-Town Rich B says he's the one that bet on the Blue Jays, and he also bet on the White Sox, so maybe that bodes well for our bet.
Oh, the camera's not even on me. I'm like pointing pens at the camera.
Sorry, Luther said, just let me sleep here, you assholes. There you go. Jilly's here.
Go up a little more. My tummy's in the shot.
Sorry. Boop. How about that?
That's better.
590 in Toronto, home of the Jays, Leafs, and Raptors. Then why aren't you there anymore, Don? Why are you fucking around with me on Twitch? You were a big timer. I guess all those teams sucked when you were there, though. Not like the Raptors were any good, and the Leafs haven't been good in like 100 years, and the Blue Jays haven't been good in 100 years. Well, since 1993 when Joe Carter fucked the Phillies.
Oh, boy.
What?
This is breaking news. Spies in Houston?
What?
Federal officials just entered the Montrose building, which once housed the Chinese consulate. The U.S. accuses the communist government of using this facility for espionage.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed. I would agree with that. I concur. Oh, boy.
Is that where TikTok originated then?
Yep. 100%. The Marlins have 2 men on with 1 out in the third. I don't want to be in a spot where I'm rooting for my under 8 runs to hit while also rooting for the Phillies to erase an early deficit. Those are tough. That's the problem when you bet on games that involve your team, which I try to avoid doing unless I'm taking my team to win outright. That's the only time I'm really comfortable. But I will say I am pleased with how the 97.5 show has been doing on the old Twitcher Doodle. That's good. I mean, we never really dropped below 100 during shows. Now, who knows how long that'll last, but we've been doing it for 4 days, and, we get in that 150 range a lot. That's good for Twitch. Now, Don can tell you whether or not that's good for Twitch. Now, if it's an Asian kid playing a video game, it's not good, but if it's a radio host or radio station, that's a pretty good number. You had over 118 viewers today. Well, I saw like 150 at one point today. So we just bring the ruckus. That's why we're here. We know how to bring it. So what time did I start drinking those beers? At 2. So it's been at about 4, almost 5 hours. I had to babysit it a little bit on the air because I don't want to sit there and just be blitzed on the air and risk doing something really stupid. So, PB guy says, I saw 220 on there yesterday. We got into the 260s the day before that. So we tend to bring the heat. The best part of the 97.5 show is you won't have to worry about HR complaints from Nick Wright. That's true. I did have to deal with that. It's 790 for some odd reason. Should I check my email to see if I ever got an email back from Philly or no?
Well, I can tell you the answer. It's no.
The answer is no. I have still not received an email back.
I don't think it's happening.
I don't think it is, and I don't give a fuck. And that was just funny. It's funny to think that, like, these people used to talk to me like all the time about like, "Wait, we need to bring in blah 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 blah," and then like, and now it's like, nope, we're done with you because Mike Missinelli doesn't like you. So if Mike Missinelli doesn't like you, we can't really communicate anymore. It's funny. The power that a fucking loser has. Let's see. You're peaking too early. Hit up a Red Bull and vodka. Oh no, listen. I'm not planning on being on here all that long tonight. I mean, I'm just hanging out until some of the other ball games start. And then I'm going to order a pizza.
Well, it's about time, and it's about time to order pizza. So.
Well, let me look at let me order a pizza. Do you want Domino's?
That's fine.
All right, let me go to my Domino's app here. Domino's. There's also Pizza Hut.
Your choice.
Let me see what but you know what's better though? The dessert is better at Domino's. So I'm going to go to, although the thin crust I find to be better at Pizza Hut. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm a mess. I'm going to go to Domino's. Let's see here. What?
I love McDougal.
As close as it gets. Handful of fans have gathered behind center field wall to watch the Phillies. McDougal's a real putz. Let's see. What a fucking tool. Ooh, we're only 10 points away from
this woman brought a sign.
Congratulations, Lady McDougal. Pan pizza is the only Domino's. I don't like pan pizza.
Then the news tweets, quote, "I'm very sad. I wish I could go inside just for a minute. Joanne Marvel. She made the journey from Wilmington."
Oh, boy, she's a winner. She's a winner.
Here she is.
Oh, no. What a fucking clown. Oh, no. Let's see. You can choose any 2 or more of certain things for $5.99. There's also the 2 or more large 2-topping pizza. We don't need that. I'll just do the $5.99 one, I think, because I can't think of anything else on here. 2 medium 1-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8-piece cinnamon twist. I don't like the cinnamon twist though.
I do.
Well, God damn it, then. I want the brookie or the marble brownie cookie.
I like the cinnamon bite.
Well, that's a lot of shit to buy. All right, hold on. So what, you just want to like a pepperoni pizza? Any 2 or more, so you can build your own pizza. Hand tossed?
Yep.
All right, just want pepperoni. There's pepperoni. You want another meat on there?
I like their ground beef.
Beef? I mean, I'll do it. Fuck it. I'll eat it. What am I saying? I'm a monster. All right.
I know I can't get veggies because
No, I don't. I ain't eat. There are limits to what I'll
pepperoni
do.
jalapeno is fantastic, but
All right. Do you want it well done?
sure.
All right. Normal bake or what? We'll do well done. Sometimes they'll burn it, but that's okay. Cheese. Do you want normal cheese or extra cheese?
Extra cheese.
All right. We're gonna go extra cheese. Do you want normal sauce? Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So we'll add that. So there's one. All right. Do you need garlic dipping sauce?
Yeah.
All right, I'll add one of those. All right, there's that. All right. Select another item. I want some thin crust pizza because I'm a man. Josh, why no Marcos? Because you hate Houston? No.
I love Marcos, but
is great, but
there's none close to us.
Yeah, they don't deliver to it. We just get ordering this because it's close to our house.
Yeah. Oh, Marcos is really good.
Crunchy thin crust. Okay, I'm doing crunchy thin crust. Tell Gru to stop texting while I'm trying to make some magic here. I'm going to go with pepperoni. And I'm going to go ham. All right. Special instructions. Oh, I guess they don't do a well done on there. Okay. Add to coupon. Coupon. Why are we listening to Josh order pizza? I don't know.
Yeah, we can get downstairs. These games are about to start.
All right, hold on. Okay. Add another item to this coupon. Okay. Domino's marble brownie cookie. Yep. Add it. And then you want cinnamon things? Or you?
Yeah, I do. You're offering,
geez.
absolutely.
Well, I'm not offering, but
I love those
cinnamon
things.
bread twists.
Yes.
Oh, that's different. That's actually different. You want the cinnamon? Have you ever had cinnamon bread twists?
They're the thing you pull apart, right?
I guess they're kind of like loop-de-loops.
Yeah.
I'll do that too. Well, let's see how much this ends up costing if I should do something else. Let's see here. Let me see our cart here. Our total would be $31.
Oh, you don't have to get the cinnamon bread twists. I'll eat a brookie.
All right, remove that shit. Now we're talking. Now it's a party. Let's see here. So, okay, there's that pizza, brownie cookie. So now it's $25. Sorry, well, after the taxes and delivery charge, it's now to $25. A good crust is thick and soft, barely baked. I disagree with that. I like a little bit of I like my crust to be aggressive. That didn't make any sense. All right. Now we're going to go to checkout now. Here we go. All right. Got it. Thanks. All right. What card? Okay, that's the card I use, right? That sounds right. Custom to how much should I tip? 10, 20. I mean, what is 20% of 25? That's like $5. But you know what? These people ride their bikes to bring us pizza. 2 pizzas times $5.99 equals $31. No, friend. There's also the marble brownie cookie, which makes it like 17, and then some other shit in there. I don't need your sass. Josh, get the cinnamon twist for Jilly, you cheap bastard. That just feels like she's going to eat one of them, and then there's going to just be a bunch of cinnamon twists that aren't there anymore. That didn't make any sense.
I'll eat the brookie. It's fine.
All right, so how much should we tip?
Oh, $5.
What is 20? What is 15%? There we go. It's $5. I'm tipping $5. So they're riding their bicycles and shit. Place your order. Well, order's being placed. Pull up 100% taquito. Now that's good shit. I'd eat the shit out of that right now. I'd make love to that.
We might order that in 2 hours.
As a thank you for your order, we're giving you a special offer for a free medium 2-topping pizza when you order next. Click below to get your one-time use promo code. Will do.
Make sure to save that promo code.
Okay, let's see. I don't know how to fucking save it.
You copy it and paste it somewhere so you have it.
But it won't let me copy and paste it. I'm just going to take a screenshot. That's easier. Now let's see if that works. Boy, that's lovely. Now they're making our shit. But yes, 100% taquito is 100% delicious.
They deliver too. That might be in a couple hours.
Wait, dude, I don't know. Tonight's young. I mean, it's young for a guy that's had, let's say, I had 3 pints and I've had like 5 beers.
All right, I'm getting tired sitting up here, so let's go.
All right. Anyway, we got the Cardinals to watch here in a few minutes, so.
And the White Sox.
Well, because we're betting on the White Sox, so shit's legit. First bet of the. Oh, look at Don Collins throwing in some bits. He says, "Let me buy your dinner." Well, look at you, Don Collins, you little beautiful man, you.
Thanks, friend.
How about you buy me some followers on here? How about you do that? But you're handsome anyway. Anyway, so we got to go watch the Cardinals. They play baseball, and then the White Sox, then the Astros, who come on about